Welcome, children. Now, let us continue with the topic communalism. So, you have heard about this term communalism. What is communalism? It is a situation when a particular community gives due importance to their community at the cost of others. So, it is a situation when a particular community feels that they are superior to others and gives due importance to their community at the cost of nation, at the cost of others. So this feeling is communal feeling. I hope it is clear. So communal feeling is, it makes people very much narrow minded because you are confined to your community only. You feel you never see the bad things of your community. You always want to give due importance to your community. It may be wrong or right. So, giving due importance to one's community at the cost of others and sometimes at the cost of nation is communal feeling or communalism. From this topic, many questions are expected, children, and if you listen carefully, you will understand the questions also because the questions are always twisted. The problems become more acute when religion is expressed in politics. So now we are talking about that problematic ground, that when religion is mixed up with politics and how it creates a problem. So sometimes people want to give due importance to their community, and for that they also express their problems in politics in exclusive and partisan terms. So they want the political party or the government to do something in favor of their religious community, maybe at the cost of others. So this and its followers, so this happens when belief of one religions are presented as superior to those of other religions. I hope it is clear. So now we are talking about all about communalism and its features. So 5 marks questions you can expect from here. When the demands of one religious groups are formed in opposition to another, and when the state power is used to establish domination of one religious group over the rest, that is called communalism. So in extreme form, they may demand for a separate state also. The manner of using religion in politics is communal politics. So children, here again one very important question. What do you mean by that is, what is really communal politics? Yes, what is communal politics? So communal politics is very harmful. In my previous topic, we have read about how when we are mixing up religion with politics, it is not creating any problem. But when you are asking due importance to be given to your community at the cost of others, and when religion and when the religious community they demand the similar thing, it becomes a communal politics. Communal politics is based on the idea that religion is the principal basis of social community. Now more about communal politics. I'm giving you 2 questions. What is communalism? Write its features. And what do you know about communal politics? So communal politics is based on the idea that religion is the principal basis of social community. So they see that when we are living in a society, you will find there are many identities of a people. You know what is identity? When you are traveling in a school bus, some group of children you are meeting every day, and they also are your friends. They may be from different class. Again, when you are moving to your classroom, 10th A, 10th B, C, that is your classroom is also another group. Again in the school, you are given allotted some house, so that is Tagore House, Nehru House. So you belong to one particular house, and there again you are having another identity that you belong to Nehru House or Gandhi House. Similarly, in the family also you have several identities. Some of your relatives, your grandparents, your uncle, how you are related with them. So you have multiple identities, and in the society when we are that is mixing up with the people, we have to respect all these identities. So people have many identities, children, and we have to respect each identity. And when the communal people, they forget about multiple identities and they give importance to only one identity, and that is they feel that they are only for the religion. So this is the basis of their social community. They say that in the society we live for the religion and we are for our religious community, and we all are the people belong to one religious community, and other differences and other people and other groups are not so important. Communalism involves thinking along the following lines only. So communal people is very much narrow mentality. Their outlook is very narrow, and the followers of a particular religion must belong to one community. Who believes this? A communal person. That there is only one identity and all people belong to one religious community, that is enough. So 24 hours they think about their community, their religious community, and for their well-being, forgetting other identities. Their fundamental interests are the same. So they believe that all the religious community of one particular group, whether it is Christian, whether it is Hindus, whether it is Islam, they believe that their interests are same of their community, religious community, which has no match with the religious community of other groups. Any differences they may have is irrelevant for their community life. I hope you have understood. So other identities, I told you that we have many identities, many differences, and we have to respect it. And we are, that is, when we are living in a society, we need to respect all these identities. But what is happening? The communal people, they are not giving due importance to other identity, and it also follow that people who follow different religions cannot belong to the same social community. So it also follows that people who follow different religion cannot remain in one religious community. So this communal person can be anyone from any religious community. So one thing I would like to tell you, that a religious, now don't mix up with a religious person may not be communal. Religious person, you understand, those who believe in all religious things, rites, rituals, and 24 hours going to the temple, worshipping God and all, they are the religious people. But religious people may not be always communal. How? If that religious person, he is worshipping the God whom he believes, but at the same time he is not forcing others and he is to follow him, and he is not intervening in others' religious matter, and he never treats his religion as superior one, till then that person cannot be called as communal. Religious person may not be communal, and anyone can be communal. And I hope you have understood what is communalism and communal politics, and these are the features of communal politics. If the followers of different religions have some commonalities, these are superficial and immaterial. But people of that is different religious community, they have some common things, like from every religious community, the rich people, they may like to have that is good relation and communication with other communities people who are of their standard. At the same time, the poor people of every religious communities, they are being suffered, they are exploited, and they find that they are to some extent their problems are alike, same, and they are treated very badly in the society. But the communal mind says that these differences are of no use, it is irrelevant. So they should not think about the other differences, it is superficial. Their interests are bound to be different and involve a conflict. In its extreme form, so I hope it is clear now, their interests are bound to be different and involve a conflict. So they are saying that all these differences are irrelevant. So what they should think, they should always think about their religious community and do something good for their own religious community. That may be at the cost of others, that may be at the cost of the nation. Their interests are bound to be different and involve a conflict in its extreme form. And this type of feeling, a communal mind, a communal people, those who are very much their mentality and their outlook is very small. And what they do in extreme form, they may feel that they are different people and they cannot live in one country. In its belief, the people they belong to different religions cannot live as equal citizens within one nation. This reminds us of the time when we got our independence and this divide and rule policy. Because of that, two-nation theory was proposed by the Muslim League, and they demanded a separate state. And what happens in extreme form of communalism, the people would like to form a separate nation also. Either one of them has to dominate the rest or they have to form a different nations. So they feel that in the extreme form, they would like to form their own state. So this may lead to division. So one thing is very clear, that communal politics may also lead to division in the country. It may affect the peace and that integrity, and it can disturb the society. So you have understood what is communalism, what is communal politics, the features. These two questions are very, very important. And now I'm proceeding to the next topic. The belief is fundamentally flawed. A question comes from here. Explain. Which belief? That is, right now we have discussed about that communal people, what they feel and what they demand. They feel that all differences are irrelevant and they cannot live in one nation. So whatever we have discussed about the communal mind and communal people, all these are fundamentally flawed. It means they have been proved wrong. Have you understood? Now, people of one religion do not have the same interest. So when you are justifying this statement, you have to write like this. The belief of this belief, that is communal feeling, whatever we have discussed, the features of communalism, this is fundamentally flawed. It has been proven wrong. Because people of one religion do not have the same interest and aspirations in every context. Please write down in points. Everyone has several other roles, positions, and identities in the society. So we have multiple identities in the society. and we have to respect each identity. Sometimes you give importance to some other identity than the religion. There are many voices inside every community, which I was giving an example. I gave you an example of that the poor people of all the religious community, they may feel that they are equally treated, they are discriminated, and they may not be very comfortable with so-called the upper class people or the rich people. There are many voices inside every community. It means they have multiple identities, they have many other voices. When you are talking about communalism and when you think that people's life is only based on religion, then you are suppressing those voices. There are many voices inside every community. All these voices have a right to be heard, but when you are binding them on communal ground, then their voice is suppressed. Therefore, any attempt to bring all followers of one religion together in context other than religion is bound to suppress many voices within that community. So, I hope it is very clear to you what is the three questions from this topic: communalism, what is communal politics, all long answer questions, and the third one, that is communal feeling. This belief is fundamentally flawed, justify. And next topic I will explain in my next video.